So let's have a look to some examples. So we come back to the difference between incremental and radical innovations. Only 10% are new to the world. Before looking at radical innovation, let's have a look to incremental innovation. A good example of continuous product improvement is found in the car sector. For example, Volkswagen improved from 1974, the first version, until 2020, the version 8, the product continuously. In terms of materials used, in terms of electronics, in terms of technologies, all this in order to improve the driving comfort, but also improve the security of the passengers and the road security.
A new VW is here. Go, Volkswagen Compact.
States Auto Club recently tested the best-selling car in Europe, the Volkswagen Golf.
On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. Time to pimp the
Volkswagen, das Auto.
For example, if you look at the first Golf 1, there were not even security belts. Today, it's a norm. We have an environmental and security pressure, and we have not only security belts, we have airbags. There is a continuous improvement integration of new technologies that helps to make the car sure. It is not at all anymore done with iron or metal. It's now a composite material which makes the car less heavy and even more stable in cases of accidents. So there's an improvement also in terms of materials that are used. There's an improvement in terms of a purely mechanical car to an electric car and a lot of electronic devices making driving sure, ABS, or autonomous functions in order to help you to park. Autonomous driving of level 1. The highest level is 5, but this is not reality now, but only closed test markets. Another example is the WC duct from Procter & Gamble. So instead of having a bottleneck like that, where you cannot go into the corners, they made a kind of neck of a duct in order to go better into the wings. This is an example of how basic products can be improved in order to differentiate the product. At the beginning, when Procter & Gamble brought out this bottleneck, it was a real competitive advantage. Everybody's doing that, but you see, my main problem of innovation is imitation. So whenever somebody has a good idea, it is very easily and very quickly imitated. But indeed, these product improvements create a superior benefit for customers. Another example of continuous innovation is the example of laundry detergent. If we take the example of Ariel, it was launched by Procter & Gamble in 1967. It was a classic washing powder. And washing machines just emerged, were launched into the laundry room, and people over the world rejoiced this new, easier way of washing. But a new challenge appeared: to find washing powder, clothes, to clean clothes and to make them clean. So the Procter & Gamble Technology Center invented the washing powder. 20 years later, in 1985, a continuous innovation was done, and the washing powder was replaced by the first liquid detergent. In the years 2000, Procter & Gamble brought them the change of pace and brought on the market the liquid tabs in order to have even less rubbish and to increase the washing capacity. Then in 2008, they brought out aerial Actilift, which was even more efficient. Aerial gel, which offers a convenient bleach-free way to clean clothes, even in a cold wash. This was also environmentally more friendly. Then in 2012, they invented the aerial pots for the first time. And it's also a liquid tap, and it was the most advanced aerial detergent designed to tackle over 900 laundry challenges. So you can see with the example of aerial laundry detergent how progressive continuous innovation improves benefits for customers and improves competitive advantages for firms. With this outstanding innovations, Procter & Gamble not only reduced the package size and the weight, because formerly the washing detergent was very heavy, going until 8 kilograms, but it also reduced the negative outcome on the environment. So it's a very important win-win situation, and reduced also the cost by reducing the amount of packages. So 1/4 of incremental innovation is only product improvement. 10% is related to cost reductions. That is that firms only reduce packaging in order, this is one example, in order to make the products less heavy. So it's a win-win situation. Firms make money savings and customers also, because when they only buy a recharging unit, it is less expensive and they protect environment. So we have a even triple win situation: environmental protection, more convenience, and a cost reduction, which increases the benefits of the firms, but it can also increase the purchase, the available income of customers by making economies, as they have to pay less for the packaging. You have a small part of incremental innovation, which is average 5%. A minor part is only a repositioning.
The concept of positioning has been widely discussed in the product and innovation management literature. Brand positioning involves establishing key brand associations in the mind of consumers and other important constituents to differentiate the brand and establish competitive superiority. A positioning strategy is conceived and implemented by showing the brand's superior product attributes, price quality, usages compared to the competitor's position. On the other hand, existing brands can be repositioned. Repositioning occurs when companies decide to move to a more favorable strategic positioning while abandoning the previous positioning to renew the brands. Repositioning is seen as the adaptation of the business to the changing, volatile environment, to changing market conditions, representing a fundamental change in the firm's value proposition. Repositioning becomes also necessary because of the launch of new products from the competition, changing consumer preferences, appearance of new market categories, an initial launch error, or the need to change the perception of the company in the mind of existing and potential customers.
For example, Jägermeister, it's a very old brand. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was called in Germany Pennerglück, happiness for the homeless, because it was the alcohol that the homeless on the street drank. It was not expensive, so you saw the homeless on the streets with Jägermeister. Today, it's a modern drink, and they managed it to reposition. And so this is an example. Repositioning is when brands try to change, to renew an image. The image is too old. They renew it in order to make a younger image, a fashionable image. In this case of Jägermeister, it's clearly in order to improve the image. They changed the packaging. The logo is still the same, but it became a complete new brand. If you take the example of Gatorade, an example of false targeting. Gatorade was initially a drink for old people, in order to give old people energy. It never worked. Old people never adopted Gatorade. Then they thought to reposition Gatorade to a sports brand in order an energy drink for sports people.
In the cosmetic industry, repositioning plays a crucial role since beauty products promote a sense of emotional well-being in women, making them to feel more satisfied, successful, powerful, and with lower levels of stress. Repositioning to new trends is thus very important. Today, there is an increasing aspiration for both beauty and health, and a desire for simplicity, safety, and naturalness to treat skin problems derived from aging, pollution, and lifestyle. An example of the cosmetic brand Vichy from the L'Oreal Group, which was repositioned different times in its history by the group L'Oreal from a mother or grandmother brand to a younger, more medicine-based cosmetic brand. In order to maintain its competitive situation, Vichy operated different international repositionings since the 1970s. In the 70s, there was a need for the brand to give an extra pharmaceutical spirit to Vichy, mainly because of the increase in competition. The emblematic signature Vichy Source of Beauty was abandoned in favor of Vichy beauty products. Vichy, when entering the 90s, despite being a popular brand passed down from mother to daughter, it was faced with a lack of concrete substance and became the generic pharmacy brand. It was necessary to go back to its roots and to reinvent Vichy as a major pharmacy brand. So in 1995, Vichy reintroduced the Vichy Thermal Spa Water to its products and focused on using health active ingredients. So the focus was on the benefits of the Vichy mineralizing water to regenerate and fortify the skin. This was the beginning of a medicalization positioning to prevent illness, maintain and reinforce vitality, and above all, live longer. Vichy left the beauty territory and focused more on dermocosmetics to maintain skin health and correct healthy skin physiological disorders. Vichy medicalized its advertising message, health is vital, start with your skin, or in French, la santé passe aussi par la peau, and started to show malfunctions, wrinkles, and cellulite on its advertisements. The brand ads became very technical. However, with the time, the brand started to be rejected for being too harsh, too medical, and too distant to the customers. Until 2020, the communication of the brand was very technical and medical. There was a strong message of product efficacy with proofs, but the values of proximity with women became non-existent. Indeed, the brand was very strong in the segment of anti-aging products, but the younger consumers did not identify themselves with the brand because they believed it was a brand for their mothers and grandmothers. As a result, a new era for Vichy began in 2012 with the repositioning as a premium health and beauty brand. The advertising slogan became "Ideal skin is no longer just a dream" and represent the new mission statement behind the brand's renewal. The new image of Vichy was communicated through a more positive and dynamic approach. Vichy's new communication was now more dynamic, younger, closer to women, and more relevant to them. Up from 2016, the brand reinforced the positioning that Vichy has been present in the cosmetic market for almost 100 years and re-emphasizes again that Vichy's spa water is superior by making the skin stronger and healthier. The brand thus wants to reinforce that it's present in all stages of women's life, including young women's lives, and uses on its product a superior thermal spa water.
And finally, we have line extensions, another big part of incremental innovation. This is when brands include a new category to existing categories. For example, Lipton from hot tea to iced tea. So they included a new product line, which is highly compatible with the brand, because clearly hot tea, iced tea, it's same market, but it's a new category. Take the example of Kellogg's, traditional cereals. They launched cereal bars and now even ice cream. So they went in a complete new category. The motivation behind that is clearly to increase the consumption frequencies. Because clearly, what is the problem with cornflakes? If you want to consume it, how can you consume it? You need a bowl, you need a spoon, you need milk. So you can only consume it at home by creating bars, cereal bars. You can put it everywhere in your jacket and consume it whenever you have a small hunger, respond to new needs, mobility, and to increase consumption. This is the same for Mars Incorporated with the launch of ice cream bars, Bounty, Mars, Snickers. They all penetrated completely new markets, existing products, and a new format, in this case, ice cream.